Hey guys, Brian Bear here once again.
Hey, I'm Garrison.
We're with the Authentic Man program, and what we're going to cover today is a key piece that is related to how women perceive you before you even say a word. Before you even open your mouth, this dynamic is at play, and if you can address this in yourself, it will transform your relating with women. This dynamic is related to why guys go postal. The guy who seems to be happy at work and then comes in with an AK-47 and guns people down. Like, that's what we call emotional constipation.
We'll feel uncomfortable. We'll squish that feeling down so we feel it as little as possible. And what happens is that over time, it's almost like this restraint of
Right.
keeping it all inside.
It takes a lot of energy.
Yeah.
A balloon is a good example.
All right,
like
let's
you fill
do
a
the balloon example.
and it creates tension and stress on the outside that's visible. You can see the tension and the stress on the balloon as it gets stretched and stretched. And the idea is that everybody can pick up on that. So many people try to put lipstick on the pig, especially with all this outer game stuff. And it's like, dude, under this, you're fucking pissed. The same tube that all the anger and sadness comes out of is the same tube that your happiness and your turn on and your joy is. If you're stuck in one, you're stuck in all of those areas.
Imagine you fill the balloon up, you fill the balloon up, you fill the balloon up, it's big, it's tight, it's expanded, and then that air has nowhere to go. Maybe it'll leak out a little bit. It'll leak out here, leak out there, and it comes out what we call it comes out sideways, where it leaks out in
passive
little ways.
Aggressive or depressed. If you're sad and you don't own it, you're just kind of heavy
or creepy or violent or passive aggressive.
Yeah.
Now let's look at the other side of it, which is where it flows through and it flows out. You feel more free, more light, more creative, more expressive. You can just, as we say, go with the flow of things. What guys want is women to experience them more like a flowing river in their interactions than a giant balloon that's ready to pop. A lot of guys think sometimes that it's like, oh, okay, I pop the cork on all my emotions and then it just keeps coming out like an endless shaving cream bottle forever and I'm just a mess. But there's only so much in there.
Yeah, and eventually it kind of bottoms out, but it might take a while. But the bottom line is, afterwards, I feel stuff so much more deeply. Like, I can feel when a woman is opening or closing without even looking at her. Like, I'm just hyper aware because all the channels are clear. If you can't remember the last time you cried or got pissed off or felt like extreme joy and happiness, chances are your pipes are clogged. Go take on some resources to really dress the emotional body. Just the way you have a physical body, you have an emotional body, and it has needs too. Yeah. And if you don't work it out, if you don't allow it to move, women can't feel you, and women are feeling creatures, so if they can't feel you, it's like, why bother?
If you feel like you're holding on to repressed emotions, go off, go to a quiet place, see how deep you can have an emotional expression that just gets all this stuff up and out so that you can actually be present and actually think clearly and feel good in your body. And if you do that, notice how people respond to you afterwards. Hey, if this stuff sounds interesting to you, do check out the Power Presence DVDs. We go into more detail on it there.
AuthenticManProgram.com/free gift.
See you later.